What is happening, y'all? How is everybody doing today? Hope y'all are ready. We're kicking off a journey. Let's get some stuff set up here. So this is the demo of the game, not the full game. But for the sake of the playthrough that we were talking about doing, that essentially just starts now, because the demo does carry progress to the full game, so there's no reason to not have the playthrough begin. Yes, select my live act. Please tell me you. Confirm. There we go. Did I not? Hard and very hard are not available in the demo. Bullshit. Well, I guess we're starting on normal. That's weird. Why would they lock hard difficulty? It doesn't make any sense, bro. Why would you lock hard? This is a single player game. Actually, it's one of the most confusing things ever. It's a single player game where it starts with you experiencing the beta of an MMO. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but yeah. Did I start on hard? I was gonna start on very hard. Now, permadeath is a separate mode. I would not play on permadeath. This game has fall damage. I'm sorry. I don't. If I can die to gravity, I'm not doing permadeath in your game. That is a simple truth for me. We're in the dungeon. Should I watch Sword Light Online? It's so the first couple seasons are good, and then it kind of falls off a cliff. This is... I feel like they're kind of loud. Let me lower it a little bit. This is not a Souls-like, but they did take influence from Souls. So like we have parries and dodge rolls and stamina management. Can't believe they got us starting on normal. I'm gonna trounce this. Can I put it in English? Nope. I prefer the Japanese voices, so that's what's up. If you're a dub enjoyer, you can do that in your own time. But in this house, we listen to Japanese as Godzilla intended. No, it's on all platforms. So I don't think it's out yet on PlayStation and Xbox. It comes out a little bit later tonight. Steam got it first because, you know. How can we understand what they're saying? You can either read the subtitles, learn Japanese, or just not worry about it because it's mostly just side discussions. No, this is the demo. No. No interest in death game mode. I would rather play on like hard and very hard than on permadeath. So if I was gonna do permadeath, I would only consider it on normal, and that's gonna remove any semblance of a challenge like 90% of the time. Nah, we haven't got to the character creator yet. This is just the prologue. For the prologue, you just like, you go through this starter dungeon, and then after you get past this, you get to like the actual character creation. These are basic enemies. Basic enemies were never really a threat in SAO, but it's also, they didn't give us hard or very hard for the demo, which is questionable. Because when I was playing the demo, the one from Bandai, I was playing on very hard all the way up until the boss. And then I was like, alright, this dude just has too much fucking health on very hard, so I knocked it down to hard instead. You can play in English, and yes, there's mice and keyboard support. I'm just glad to have an SAO game where I don't gotta play as Kirito for once. Buried. wait, play Cell World? No. And yes, progress carries over. Why are you playing the demo? I thought you had a preview copy for review. Previews aren't... Preview copy was not a review copy. That was a preview. You don't play as Kirito in Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet? Yeah, but Gun Gale Online is also Cheeks, so like by default that falls into a category of it being bad. Why do y'all I don't do permadeath shit. Why are y'all so obsessed with permadeath? I ain't playing permadeath, fuck that. Listen, man, unless this is a full dive experience where I'm counting on my own strength in game, I ain't fucking with permadeath. Yeah, it's fun until you die. Bro, this ain't a roguelike. Imagine you're like 40 hours in pushing through a dungeon and you die and you go back. Fuck that. You know how much that would suck? Perma-bonk. Thank you, Mike. Exactly, dude. Don't fuck with permadeath. I hate permadeath in games. It ain't even that permadeath is hard. It's just that. So here's my problem with permadeath. This game has difficulty levels, right? We got story, we got normal, we got hard, we got very hard. In terms of providing a decent challenge to the gameplay and keep things engaging, I'm either going to be playing everything on very hard or hard. Back when I played the preview, I dropped it to hard once I reached the boss because the boss had like insane fucking health. There's no way I would do very hard permadeath because you would die to like a random fucking elite that's out in the wild and your playthrough's over. So if you're doing permadeath, you're probably going to want to play on normal because otherwise you're putting yourself at an unnecessary risk. You know, think of it this way. Like if you played Diablo hardcore or Path hardcore, well, I don't know how Path's hardcore works. I'm a Diablo guy. So if I play Diablo and we're playing hardcore characters, you're probably playing on normal, maybe on hard. But if I'm playing non-hardcore, I might crank that shit up to torment even while I'm still on my first playthrough, just because it's more engaging. The gameplay's better. But would I do that if there's a risk of losing my character? Fuck no, that's an unnecessary risk. You know, like, could you ride a motorcycle with your dick hanging out of your pants? Yeah, you could. But why would you risk that? So, I'm not fucking with permadeath. Because to feel okay with permadeath, my ass would have to be on normal. And I'm not going to be interested in playing the game on normal. Isn't this one of the selling points? I don't think so. I'm here to play a game, bro. Games are meant to be fun. Why y'all like, unless the game kicks me in my dick and face fucks me, I'm not enjoying myself. No, I'm here to have fun. I want to fucking get OP gear, become a badass. Permadeath? Permadeath is for people that don't have kids. I got 2 jobs and 2 kids. What happens if I die 30 hours in? I don't get that time back. Do I get a refund? No. I ain't got fucking time for that. I want my progress. Like, I don't know a single adult that genuinely enjoys permadeath experiences.
またコボルドだな。ヘビーアタックは使ってるか？ヘビーアタックはライトアタックより威力があるが、その分隙もある。相手の HP が減ってきて、
You know how defeating that would be, bro? You work all day, you come home from work, you're like, I just want to play this game a little bit. Just want to relax. Just do a little sword art. Oops, I died. Back to the fucking tutorial. Fuck no. Sounds miserable. Running heavy attack just demolishes these dudes.
投げやりか。回避もいいが、ガードでしのぐって手もあるぞ。あれはコボルドトルーパーだな。あいつのことまだかついてる。そういうやつは味方でガードを崩すんだ。ここで切断マーカーが表示されたら
They do not have dual wield,
ヘビーアタックで腕ごと盾を飛ばしちまえ。
which I think is questionable. I think they should have included dual wield. Like, I get it, Kirito's the only one with dual wield, but like I think it should have been a player first experience over lore, and we should have been able to do dual wield if we wanted to. No magic.
終わったな。ち、また来たか。2体は厄介だな。そろそろソードスキルを使ってみる。精神力が削られるが、その分威力は通常攻撃の比じゃないぞ。せいやったスキルだ。勝った。
I think permadeath is gimmickish. I mean, I understand it from the perspective of it's Sword Art Online, and if you die, you die. Like, I get it. I understand the reasoning behind the inclusion. I ain't personally interested in it.
Oh, potionか。冒険者必須のお供ってやつだな。
No, this is supposed to be a pre-show. Like right now we're supposed to be in the beta demo of Aincrad. So this is like before permadeath is even introduced. We actually get that that whole cutscene with like where you're trapped in the game. We see that happen in real time. And then the game kind of pops off from there. There's a bunch of companions, but you can only have one with you at a time, which is also a bit odd. Overall thoughts? I mean, it's fun enough, but I think there's... I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities. Like the fact that there's only 6 weapon types, there's no dual wielding, there's no magic or archery. You know, it feels very limited. Like the idea that they have going on here there's like the idea is cool, but it feels like there's just so much missing. I mean, I am a little butthurt there's no dual wield. Like there's a dagger. You can use daggers as weapons, but you can only use a single dagger. Like, doesn't that, I mean, for real, like, have you ever played, think about every RPG you've played. Have you ever wanted to be like, what's your weapon? I'll take one dagger. That's never happened. Never. You never, I just want one dagger and nothing in my offhand. No, you're gonna fucking use 2 daggers. That's like, who the fuck uses 1 dagger? Partner combos. Ow. Combo skills. Why is X not working here? He doesn't want to do his heal. Dude, do the heal. I mean, I get it from the lore perspective, but the other thing is, like, since this game is running concurrent to the timeline, I also think the lore argument falls apart. Because if we're trying to stay canon to the lore, the time this all takes place, Kirito doesn't even have dual wield himself. So it's really odd that we don't have it, or we can't even unlock it. Like, personally, I think there should have been a shit ton of hidden skills. Like, just how Kirito unlocked dual wield from getting his speed up, we should have been able to unlock dual wield doing the same. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna work with what we got here, even if there are things that I think could be a lot better. So I guess in conclusion, my like early review of the preview would be that it's not bad, but it could be a whole hell of a lot better. Like, it's just like, especially I think because like we've gotten tons of different Sword Art Online games, and you know, there's so much fucking opportunity that is kind of missed by locking us down to like only 6 weapon skills, no dual wield, no anything like that. Like, dual wield was supposed to be created for the one person who beats the game. Yeah, well, us, the player. I don't give a fuck about Kirito. If I'm playing a game, I'm the protagonist. Full stop. I don't give a fuck about lore. I don't give a fuck about canon. I am the main character. No, not Souls-like at all. Exactly. Kirito can dual wield these balls. My exact sentiment. I also don't like that every time I do my special move, it's like I have to go through a fucking cutscene for it. No spears.
こいつはなかなか珍しいな。あんたは何か手に入った？
Well, you can disable the cutscene for the one ability, but not the other ability. So, like, when you do the support ability, you're still getting, like, the locked cutscene.
どうしたんだ？
Now we got longsword, rapier, dagger, hammer, two-handed axe, and two-handed sword. Getting baited by the waifu. Also, personally, I think the tutorial is too long.
この世界では弱いやつはやられる。それだけだ。シンプルでいい。今のうちに回復しておけよ。責任は取れない。ほっ。
I don't know if I can increase subtitle size. Let me see. So I can turn off the skill combo, but you can't turn off the support skill. And I do not see anything for the size of subtitles. Not sure how far the demo goes. I'd assume up to, like, the first major quest. At least I'd hope so.
Safety area da.
Yeah, no auto loot, which should be a thing for at least all the bullshit on the ground, I feel. Like all the little ores and plants and shit that I gotta pick up. But there's a lot of different weapon skills, so I'm wondering if some of that shit is like an armor skill.
Asoko ka? いかにもだな。何が出たってやるだけ。遺産が楽しみだ。
I mean, I think most anime games kind of fall into that AA jank category. I feel like nobody is playing anime games because they're like AAA insane experiences. You're playing it because you're in love with the genre, you know. The Attack on Titan games aren't going to win any awards. I still loved playing them just because it was fun. It's a bait.
あんたの仲間に聞いてきた。他のやつは？ ところで敵は親玉はどこに？
それより薬はないの？薬がないと私も
う。よけろ！
やるじゃん。
あんた
ルールの範囲内だろ。システムが許してんだからさ。
まさかお前ら。
初めてよ、私たちの攻撃を避けた人。褒めてあげる。
許されることじゃないぞ。
ごめん、七星さん。外しちゃった。でもこいつらゴーレム倒してたし、いいもの持ってるかもです。リスクを冒すことはないわ。あれにはがっかりしたけど、まあ稼げたし、アイテムも取れ高もね。お前らはこいつと遊んでな。
何しやがった！おい！
そっちの子は好みかな。また会えたら頭を撫でてやるよ。もう七星さん。でもそうなったら私がその頭を潰してあげるね。
I'm pretty sure this was in-house Bandai.
ああいう汚い連中、虫唾が走る。親玉か。
Got big kobold fatty.
他に道はない。始まるぞ。気合い入れなきゃな。あっ！攻撃だ。そりゃチャンスだ。攻め続けろ。一匹。
Parried! Oh yeah, this is also a weird thing. When you parry, you need a... When you get a parry off, your companion gets the follow-up. We done posturing?
Makasero! こういうのが地味に生きる。
We're still seeing it. It's just that happens instead of the cinematic camera.
今ならいける。攻撃だ。分かった。チャンスだ。攻め続けろ。よし。ソロだったらやられてたよ。あんたがいてよかった。しかしさっきのやつら本当に最低だ。あんたの仲間は
Those complaining about no dual wheel, Kirito got dual wheel in the upper floors. I don't fucking care!
災難だったな。
Kirito can suck my balls. Player experience first.
なんだ
Fuck Kirito. Give me dual wield.
生体時の記憶？これどうやって使うんだ？
The enemy will have like a blue thing, and you gotta use heavy attacks to
武器や防具を期待してたのに
dismember during those
よくわ
windows.
からない結晶なんて。あ、でも本番でわかるかもな。まあいい。まずはここを出よう。あそこから行けないか。
I'm gonna use sword and shield, but there should be dual wield. I would use dual wield daggers if I could. I said daggers should innately just be dual wield.
それにしても
Nobody wants to use one dagger.
恐ろしくリアルだな。さっきの戦いだって本当に死ぬかと思った。実際初めてやられた時
Does
は
it feel floaty or is there weight?
でも
I'd say like in between somewhere. Like certain attacks have weight, but the enemies die so fast.
探検して大物を倒して宝を見つけて
There is great sword, but I actually didn't enjoy great sword. I tried both great sword and great axe. Great axe has some like interesting weapon arts, I thought, but great sword was disappointing.
おかげで大した結果が出せなかった。やっぱりパーティーの方が有利だもんな。あんたの仲間たちだってもうとっくに死に戻ってるだろう。後で連絡してみたらどうだ。しかしいやらしいクエストだったな。ハイエルフの遺跡は他にもあるらしいが、
It's a long fucking
そう
prologue.
は厳しいだろうな。あ、でもたった一人ソロでクリアしたやつの噂を聞いた。確かカルって名前だ。スミレ色の装備がトレードマークで剣技が凄まじいらしい。あとソロといえば最強って噂のキリとか。
See, here's the problem with the Kirito argument. It shouldn't fucking matter. Because the player experience should be at the forefront of your game. Like imagine Dark Souls and it was like, oh, Gwyn with his mighty lightning bolts. But only Gwyn can have lightning. Sorry, you don't get any lightning bolts. Only Gwyn does. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why is there faith but I can't have lightning bolts? Well, you know, because in the lore, Gwyn was the lightning guy. So you don't get to do that. You would be like, yeah, that's fucking stupid. If you're gonna, somebody in the game has lightning, let me use it. But here people are like, well, technically Kirito only got it up to the 70th floor of Aincrad because he leveled speed. I don't fucking care, man. That's some nerd shit. Fuck Kirito. Like, real talk, Kirito is not that good of a protagonist, alright? He ain't good enough protagonist to justify taking a playstyle away from players. He's really not. He's really not.
フレンド登録しないか。さっきも言ったけど、
And I watch
俺は
all
別
the
にソロ
fucking
プレイがしたかったわけじゃない。
I watch all the isekai anime.
ただ俺、熱中すると本気になりすぎるとこがあって、何度も仲間にうざがられたんだよな。遊びなんだからって惹かれたり、意見が合わなかったり。
Now you want to know who a good protagonist is? My boy Momoga. Momoga's good protagonist.
でもあんたとはいい感じでプレイ
That dude from Log Horizon. He's a good protagonist.
思ったよ。だからぜひフレンド登録してほしい。よかった。じゃ申請するぞ。これでまた一緒に冒険できるな。
I mean, you don't become an orbiter in this game, but Kirito is in the game. So like you hear about his exploits and shit. Shield hero? Yeah. I like Nanami. Is it Nanami? Nafumi. I don't know why Nanami popped in my head. But yeah, Nafumi is good. He's a good protagonist. Kirito is just too... Kirito suffers from, like, dumbass protagonist syndrome. Like, bro has a full fucking harem and he's like, oh! But he's just completely fucking brain dead to it. Subaru's a good protagonist, yes. Kirito is like what happens when a weeb watches Berserk and then like cosplays at the lunch table at school. I'm the black swordsman. Only I can achieve dual wield in my game. I'm sorry, it's true, bro. He's just not that good of a protagonist. Congratulations, quest clear, prologue. Garo, the vanishing line, sword, the MC, make me think. Vanishing, that name sounds familiar. I dislike when anime characters are just given harems and then they act just nonchalant about it or confused. They're like, oh, I don't understand. What is it? Why are all these girls all over me? Like, come on, bro. You're not that fucking stupid. Sung Jin Woo has 2 weapons. Actually, he's got fuck more than 2 weapons. Sung Jin Woo has a shit ton of stuff. But even the parts where he was using one dagger, he was doing other shit with his other hand. Isekai smartphone. That is one of the few isekais I dropped. That show, man. It got to a point I'm like, I can't keep watching this shit. Terrible protagonist. See, I don't mind the guy from I Parry Everything, because he's like the lovable kind of dumb. So like, yeah, he's completely obscure to like social situations, but his ignorance is used for comedic appeal, which I think works. Whereas Kirito, it's just ignorance in the form of like, his character doesn't fucking get it. Like he's just oblivious.
その様子じゃまだみたいだな。でも大丈夫。おすすめの穴場がある。まだギリ空いてるかも。
I left the A-rank party. I think I dropped that like
ついてきな。
8 episodes in. I'm trying to remember how far I got in that show. I know it seemed like it was getting heavy to like, is bro just marrying the high schoolers at this point? It kind of feels like bro's just trying to marry the high schoolers at this point. Rent a girlfriend? Ooh. That's a pretty bad protagonist right there. That bro's got fucking issues, dude. Nah, player character got no voice lines.
ここがその宿屋だ。どうだ ?1 階は酒場で2階が客室。いかにも冒険者の宿って感じでワクワクするだろ。一人泊まれる？
ちょうど一部屋残ってるわ。2階に上がってすぐ手前の部屋よ。
I actually really like
よかったな。空いてたぞ。2階だ。チェックインしてこいよ。
fucking
机の上にあ
God,
る
I'm
オ
coming
ー
up
ブ
on
に
a
触る
blank
だけで
right
OK
now.
だ。
Why am I blanking on this? Why am I blank? It's not an isekai, but it's a. Fuck, why can I not remember the name? The protagonist has a fucking bird mask. Why am I blanking on this name right now? I watch too many anime. But bro just parries fucking everything. Crazy skills. Shangri-La Frontier, thank you. I'm sitting here like, ah, his name was just not coming to my head. I like Shangri-La Frontier a lot though. Because I like, honestly, I feel like them taking away the, like, you're stuck in the game and you could die loop. I think it made it better. Bro's just going fucking degen hours playing games and he's like, fuck, I gotta wake up and go. Like, that shit's way more relatable. Like I hope that one day we get a game in the style of Shangri-La Frontier. I would fucking kill for a game like that, where there's like unique quests that can occur and everything. The sad thing is, like, the amount of coding that would have to go into it to pull something like that off. Like, really, you can only do it in an anime, because there's no way, without like letting AI just put slop quests into a game, there's no way you could have that many quests in an MMO where individual players are getting unique experiences, which sucks. Now, like a single player game, yeah, we could definitely get an experience like that. Let's see. Oh, you get 25 to stamina and normal attack up. All right, we'll take that. Yeah, we ain't got the super AI to do that shit. I mean, honestly though, back in the day, WoW was kind of like that. Like, you know, at the end of a season, like when you got like Grandmaster or High Warlord, like that's a little bit like that, because it's like, you know, there ain't a lot of people that are getting that fucking title. Like if you pulled it off, you got that title, you were one of the big dogs. You know, if you were one of the, you know, Aincrad, those people got you know, they got a unique mount. No other way to get it. Either you were that guild or you didn't get it. These days, you just, it's hard to do experiences like that.
さっきはやられちゃってごめんね。 てか聞いてよ、私ら PK されたの七星ってプレイヤー。
あの人確か炎上系のゲーム実況者です。僕らがやられる動画を公開して
The PS5 is not out yet. Let me hold on. Let me find the demo thing.
でも本当にすみません。パーティー組んだばっかりだったのに一人にさせちゃって。
All right. The demo is available for Steam July 15th at 10 a.m. PDT, and on PlayStation and Xbox June 16th, 2100 PDT. So midnight Eastern. It'll be up on PS5.
あなたも PK されちゃった？
いや、俺らはしのいだ。
Yeah, 15th at
逆に捕まえようとしたんだが逃げられ
that'd
た。
be what? 9 p.m. Pacific.
本当だ。遺跡もクリアしたし。
はあ？
二人で？ありえません。
いや、そう言われてもなあ。
すっごい。
初心者なのに素質あるんですね。
つか、それじゃあリーダーぶってたクラーク恥ずかしすぎじゃん。彼ね、ベータテストはもうできないんだって。急な仕事が入ったって。
You're the only person in the world to get do the amount of hackers that would try and snag your account.
社会人って辛いですね。
I will not have a. Well, I don't know. So let me wait till they're done yapping, and I'll talk about it.
そうだ、いおりさん。よかったらその人に町の施設を教えてあげてもらえませんか？僕たちが教える予定だったんですけど、今サーユが言った通りやることあって。
俺は構わないが、案内役俺でいいのか？
I like this character because he's a tryhard, but in like a good way.
助かります。クエストに行くときはいつでも呼んでください。
激強装備見つけてくるからね。
楽しそうな奴らだな。それじゃ行こうか。
Like we were chatting back and forth, but he has a whole dialogue in the prologue about like how like yeah, I don't got friends to play with anymore. I used to, but I kept progressing past them and they were never online, so I kind of just don't have any friends anymore. But you seem like you're fucking ready to play. So like, yeah, dude, if you want to play, I'll play with you. Bro's literally like all my friends are scrubs. I need people who can play the game with me.
ここは始まりの街だけあって、そういう装備も手に入りやすい。
Rate my build: Ryzen 9 3DX2 5080 64 DDR5 8GB SSD Gen 5. So the 3DX2 kind of overpriced, to be honest. If it wasn't part of a sponsored PC, I wouldn't have gotten that myself. What do you mean 8GB SSD Gen 5? Because 8GB, that's not a lot of space, bro. That's like you can't. Did you mean 8TB? Because 8GB, you can't even install Windows on that bitch. I feel like the numbers are off. My new hard drive, 8GB. Like, is this thing gonna even boot? Yeah, 8TB. Did you split it into multiple drives? Because I have two SSDs. I have one that Windows and the games are on, and then one that's like for all my recordings. I don't like putting everything on one SSD.
ここが鍛冶屋だ。装備品は集めた素材でクラフトするか、クエストで手に入れるしかない。話しかけてみな。
あんた地上人だね。広いこの町には。
Let me craft. Bronze sword. You don't have enough coal. I'm broke. Wait. Oh no, I don't have enough materials. Rapier. The dagger. I did like the mace a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I should try the other weapons. I need crude weapon fragments though. So first things first, we're going to... It's only worth 4 coal. Well, hang on. Where do I get? I need weapon supplies, lady.
Howだった? 特に武器の強化と合成は強くなるためには絶対に欠かせない。よく覚えておくといいぞ。
You only have 24 gigabytes of RAM? The fuck, dude? It's an odd number. Usually it's like 8, 16, 32, 64. How do you have 12? How do you have 12 gigabytes of RAM? You're not using 3 sticks, are you? Please tell me you're not using 3 RAM sticks instead of 4.
Oh, 地上の人かい。今日はどうする?
$48. You have 8, 8, 16, 16. Oh my god. What are you doing? Normal attack, stamina up, 20% money, and let's go 12% sword skill damage. It's like, this is one of the things I do like a lot about this game, is we can take weapons and take the mods on those weapons and continually synthesize like the ultimate weapon long term. So that is something I'm like, okay, this fucks. That's really cool. I like that a lot. That's why I said, like, it's not like, this ain't winning any Game of the Year awards, but it's not bad. Like, there's a lot of things, like the item management here, they really like put time into that. But like, I just, man, only 6 weapons. It feels so limited, you know? Main Gear sponsored me. A link in the description. They got some sick shit.
ここが道具屋だ。高価だが冒険に役立つものばかりだぞ。また話しかけてみな。
Bro, I'm here to buy shit. I don't need you to give me dialogue. All right, I got 1 at the moment. About to use up all my money. We gotta have at least 2 antidotes. Blink talismans are fucking good. I didn't really see much use out of this before, so I'll buy these in singles. 400% of int. 500% of int. Alright, I think that's solid for now. Yes, progress does carry over. I would not be picking up everything I see on the ground if it didn't.
街を一歩出ればモンスターがうろつく危険な県外だ。身の安全が保証される県内とは違う。足りないものは
I don't really have enough
さて
I don't have like good recipes to craft
便利な
yet.
機能も教えとく。街の中でこのコマンドを使えば瞬時にお目当ての施設まで移動できるんだ。やってみな。
First hole in one. Oh, a lot of people never get a hole in one. It's cool shit. No, we haven't made our character yet. That comes up soon. Right now we're in the
これ
beta.
がメインターミナルだ。これみたいに各層にある一番大きな街、主街区のでっかいやつは天異門とも呼ばれてるな。クエストはここから出発する。実はやりかけのクエストがあるんだ。それで試してみないか。よし、それじゃあ
Give me the quest, bro. Come on, let's go. Yori's request. I wonder if the demo will go up to the part where you get locked in. Hopefully.
To, まあこんな感じだな。ここからはクエストエリアだ。道中にあるセーフティーエリアやワープターミナルをアクティベートしておけば。
I'll keep it on for
よし、
now.
出発だ。そうだ、ミニマップを見てみろ。何も映ってないだろう。フィールドではマッピングをしないとマップが見られないんだ。マッピングはそのエリアにあるセーフティーエリアをアクティベートすれば自動でされる。未開のエリアじゃセーフティーエリアの目印
Oh
は
yeah, so in regards to a review,
どうやってそこにたどり着けばいいの
probably
か
not, because I did a poll on the channel about whether people wanted episodes of this or episodes of Black Flag, and everyone said they would prefer Black Flag. So this will be a stream series. So, I mean, I could play it for review and then just like stream side quests and shit. But if the goal is to like properly like showcase the full game, obviously if I'm playing for review, I wouldn't be streaming it. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, I could stream it, but then I also wouldn't have episodes of it. It would just, or I could review it, but I wouldn't have any episodes. It would just be me laying in bed playing it a bunch. Won't let me go that way. Welcome to Booty Champions. Do I have notifications on? Should. Guess they're just dragging ass on me. Yeah, the blue light pillar is like out that way.
見ろボアだ
スイッチで行こう。
了解だ応援に使う分かった一緒に行くぞここでやらなきゃな攻めるぞ
That's the thing I don't get is like even with the cinematic camera turned off, we're still basically getting a cinematic camera.
平気だ
How many of you think this is weird, but it's how I play games? I like playing as female, and then they figure out I'm a male. It gets weird, and they delete me. I mean, are you like being weird about it? Like if you're playing MMOs, picking a female character, and then you're like, ooh, let's party up. I'm gonna be honest, that's your own fault. It's also a little weird. We can't change our weapons in the field. I'd have to go back to town if I wanted to swap to a different weapon. Steel hammer. Yeah, I think it'd be nice if even, like, if we're at rest spots, we should be able to change. Because you can go to a rest spot, and then you can, I mean, I'm going to do it in a second. From a rest spot, I can just teleport to town, and I can pick a different weapon. But it's like, just let me do it at the rest spot, bro. How was the first SAO game? Clusterfuck. The first SAO game that came out, I covered it, and immediately the video got hit with a copyright strike. Not a claim, a strike. Because they put the opening theme song from the game, or from the anime, into the game, and then Sony Japan was like, what are you doing playing our anime on YouTube? And I was like, nah, it's a game. And they were like, fuck you, we don't care. And I was like, okay, well, we're not finishing this series.
終わったな。分かった。行くぞか。任せろ。ここだな。一緒に行くぞ。今ならいける。攻撃だ。少ししんどいかな。これがもの。勝った。よし、ここから立て直す。
Yeah, I think the cutscenes, you should be able to just fully turn them off. I agree, they do. It definitely takes away from the combat when the cutscenes pop and you're like... So if I want to change weapons, I gotta do this. I gotta go, I gotta go Town of Beginnings. And now that I'm here, I need to go, what is it? What's the teleport? Oh, I need to go this way. Changing weapons is fucking tedious. What? You're not gonna let me into town? Fuck, bro. I teleported from the northwest area. Maybe because it's an early quest, they're not going to let me leave. Damn. Let me see if this... There used to be... Hang on, let me see. I want to say the demo I had a, like, just straight up return. Like, on the teleport, there was a return to town. Yeah, return to town. Okay, so you'll get this. Quest suspended. All your shit gets sent to your chest. Then we gotta load into town. Now I can hit this and go chest, equipment. And now I can change my shit. I was not impressed with the dagger. Let me give the axe another chance. Because that fucker is at 75 damage. Now we'll work back to main terminal. And then we'll go to access. Start quest. Confirm. Now I can go here. Repick him. Re-go. And now we're getting back to it. Which, yeah, I think that should not... I think... Like this, the fact that I'm in a safe zone right now... I think we should be able to change shit. You know, if we're not going to let me change shit out in the wild because of quest reasons or whatever, let me at least do it in a safe zone. I feel like I should let me fully access equipment, do it all in the safe zone. Bonk.
これで片付いたな
It's like the charge blade.
いいなついてる終わったな
So in terms of stuff, see, it's not in pouch. Items acquired. So I can see it. You can see decapitator. Increase sword skill damage after a parry. Reduce the time of other skills. 45 attack. But you can't interact with it. Go this way. It does discourage you from trying out different gear. Like honestly, there's a lot of like little oddities like that I think are like holding this back from actually being like a solid, probably like 8 out of 10 experience.
見ろ宝箱だぞイノシシがいるな
Like let players change out gear at rest spots. I get it with the SAO, but like if you really want to deliver on that, like, you know, this is the SAO experience that Kirito had, now you're getting to have it yourself. I think give me a magic class. You know what? Just give me fucking Dragon's Dogma. Just let the party members be pawns. Allow magic. Allow archery. Full class dynamics. Hidden skills. And then we have a fucking banger game. But right now, I mean, there's no magic in SAO? Well, there's like, are you sure there's no magic? Did SAO really not have magic? I mean, I haven't seen the anime in fucking years. I'm pretty sure there was magic in, I don't know, maybe was it only Elfheim that has magic? Well, pretty sure SAO did have archery though. Looking at how they're handling Dogma 2, I think to listen to feedback. This is a completely different group from Dogma 2, bro. Dogma is Capcom, which Capcom is like, at the moment, I'm gonna get called a shill. But Capcom is fucking goated at the moment. Capcom has done nothing but put out fucking banger after banger after banger. And now, the greatest banger of all, Dragon's Dogma, which everyone was like, oh, it's not that good. Bro, they took every piece of feedback and they were like, all right, bet. Capcom? Nah, they are GOATcom at the moment.
問題ない相手だ。確実に行こう。
Bonk in the ass.
やったぞ。勝った。
So all it has at the moment is Fierce Shock. I don't know. Do I like that? I do like this. The whole... I like how it like extends out. That's cool. That's like, there's a visual appeal there. What do you think about Dragon's Dogma naming Dark Arisen? Fuck it, dude. The game starts with... You don't even get Dragon's Dogma 2 in the title splash. You only get it in pushing it into fucking New Game Plus. DD2DA, easy acronym. I'm all about it. Bro's like, oh, my knees. Stand up. Dude, I mean, Wilds and Dogma aside, like fucking Pragmata? Bro, Pragmata was a fucking banger. Oh, a Moosh about to be a banger. Nah, this has lock on. Fucking Mistfall. I haven't been disappointed in the game that much in a minute, bro. There's just so many odd fucking decisions about that. Dude, the weirdest thing too, the amount of like just slop defenders. Like I had a steady amount of slop defenders that were like, imagine wanting lock on in this casual. I'm like, bro, it's third person over the shoulder combat. You don't want lock on? It's like a primary tenet of action RPGs. No sprint in an extraction game, so everyone's just fucking walking everywhere. No item comparisons for consoles. Like, it's just a, there's a laundry list of shit that is wrong with that game. Lords needs to put out a demo. Oh, that's what I didn't like about this. So, when I do this, it only does one hit, which is odd. Like, hit. Just seeing that. I feel like it needs to... I feel like it needs to multi-hit. You know, maybe this is just Savage Axe, but like it's spinning. When I do that, like if it's hitting for 200 damage, fucking chop that out and have it be like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. I want to see a bunch of little numbers popping up. You can't just, you know, here's your rotating chainsaw of death. By the way, it does one hit. Like, that doesn't make sense. Because I like it. I like the idea of it a lot. But my rotating chainsaw of death only actually hitting once? That doesn't make sense. It needs to hit more. But like at a core level, the weapon does do a pretty good job of clapping cheeks. Well, this weapon is actually a dual weapon. This category applies to axes and hammers. And visually, you can see it's spinning in motion. So the head of the hammer, it extends out, like the handle becomes a chain, and it's rotating. So no, it doesn't make sense that it's one hit at all. Like it's literally doing a chainsaw motion, man. This has 30 or 40 floors, I might get it. You get 2. You get 2 floors. I do like that. That seems like it hits fucking hard. Someone not well known with the show like this game? I don't know. I think the I think the Sword Art Online, like, the setting is doing a lot of heavy lifting, honestly. I think they're gonna release bigger chunks. I have no fucking idea, bro. So one of the things with this game is like there is a lot of potential for it to go further. Because the developer for this, just Game Studio Inc., that's like, I'm pretty sure that's Bandai's in-house studio. Game Studio Inc., Japanese video game production company headquartered in Shinagawa, Tokyo, Japan. Founded in 1985 by former Namco developer. What else did they had? They did Sin Duality, Echo of Ada. They did Auni, never heard of that. Mayhem Maidens, never heard of that. Couple free-to-play games. I don't know. Maybe. Depends how well it does, I guess. Nah, Kirito's too busy hanging out with his harem that he's oblivious to. He doesn't care about you. Decapitator. Increase sword skill damage temporarily after a successful parry. See, I don't know how that works though, because you can't parry with the fucking greatsword. I'll show you all the greatsword. I think the greatsword is kind of mid from what I had a chance to play. Also, I don't know why the fuck this thing scales with dex. We'll crank dex for now. Isn't Kirito's cousin in the harem? Probably. Nope, can't beat other players. It's solo. The world is filled with NPCs. I don't know why I'm even using the greatsword. I didn't like it before, but they might have changed some stuff. The greatsword felt really fucking slow when I was playing the preview.
Oh, 見ろ、宝箱だぞ。あれくらいならいい練習台だな。
せい。
一気に行く。
せい。はあ。えっ。せい。はっ。そりゃ。
Like, this is a long charge. I feel like I'm really, like, please stand still while I do this. Bro, I need more stamina. Like, doesn't that seem kind of like poopy for the amount of damage I'm doing? And then you have the running attack, which seems like the running heavy honestly seems very like not great sword. Like this, that doesn't seem like something I would do with a great sword at all. It's cool, but I'm like, the fuck? Doing jump and spin slashes? We got anything? Any flamey things? Blink, luminous, spark, bomb, flamestone, burn, bitches. Like stuff like that. That's cool. I got certain items that are gonna open up areas I can go. I like that.
あれくらいならいい練習台だな。
せい。
I'm also not 100%, but I think weapon damage is normalized across the classes. Like the basic damage, like, you know, using a two-hander, I don't suddenly see double the damage of a one-hander.
れで片付いたな。アークだ。開けるか。さあ、ボスのお出ましだ。
スイッチ。
分かった。
せい。
開ける。はっ、せい、せい、せい、頼む。
分かった。
今ならいける。分かった。攻撃だ。合わせてくれ。
If they move at all, that whiffs.
より。
任せろ。こういうのが地味に生きる。
フリーで戦おう。
分かった。
Alright, go fuck them up, Iori. I'm gonna chill here in the healing bubble. We don't have a date for Dustbloods, but yes.
今ならいける。攻撃だ。いいな。ついてる。
スイッチで行こ
う。了解だ。後衛につく。よし、ここから立て直す。宝箱開けるだろ。
Like honestly, I think the biggest sell for this game would be if you just want like a chill RPG experience that you can just lay in bed and mess around, and it's got a little bit of SAO flavor to it. That's where I see the appeal for this. 'Cause I mean, the combat it doesn't have the depth of like, you know, Dogma or even Souls games for that matter. Like, yeah, there's a dodge. Yeah, there's a parry. But it doesn't have that like fluidity. At least not with Greatsword. Greatsword don't. Fuck Gun Gale Online. Gun Gale Online was like the worst part of Sword Art Online. Nah, Grand Blue, there's a lot of timing requirements and shit on attacks. I would easily put Grand Blue's combat above this. But yeah, so Greatsword on the disappointing side, I think. I did... Well, Rapier, I thought Rapier was kind of mid. But I'll fuck it. I'm just gonna run through and show y'all all the weapons. I like that we can free respec. We like free respecs around here. Actually, I think it costs money, but that's negligible. good being stoned game. Dude, I don't know. I don't think there's enough depth here to keep me interested while stoned. I was high playing I had to record for Tainted Grail the other night, and I was like, fuck, I don't have an episode. I'm just gonna record this even though I'm baked. Dude, Tainted Grail when you're high is a fucking experience. You were just in the zone. Mistfall's in beta, yeah. It's fucking dirty butt cheeks, bro. I streamed it. Single-handedly one of the worst betas I've ever played. Even being free to play, that shit was disappointing. I want back the hour that I spent in it. The problem, honestly, Mistfall has a ton of problems. The UI on Mistfall is sloppy as fuck. Like, you get tutorial prompts and they take up like a third of your screen and they linger. Performance was inexcusably bad. Like, one of the worst performing games I've ever seen. I saw a couple people arguing it was just that the shaders took a while to compile. But even an hour in, it was still getting fucking hiccups and whatnot. There's no lock-on in a third-person action game, which personally I think is fucking terrible design. I don't care if it's supposed to be competitive. It's a fucking extraction game. It's a PvPvE. That's not competitive in the same sense that a fighting game is competitive. It's like casual competitive. And without lock-on, instead, you just have fucking sloppy combat where you're like, blah, 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 just kind of swinging around. The looting was slow. Like, you'd have to hold the button, wait a couple seconds, then the loot would pop up. Once the loot was up, you had to, like, fucking... Like, take this box that's on my screen right now, double it, put it side by side. That's how much of your screen is taken up when you're looting. Which, in an extraction game, that's a fucking liability. Someone's just gonna walk up on you and murder you while you're looting. Consoles have zero way to compare items. On PC, you can click shift to compare. On console, that is not an option at all. There's no button to compare loot, so you'd have to use your fucking controller stick to look at a piece and then look at a new piece. When you extract, for some reason, it's just like this really loud bell that fucking rings in your ear over and over and over, which is honestly infuriating. And the clipping was bad. Like, it wasn't good, man. I mean, you can play the demo. I think it's fucking, you know that meme with The Rock where he's like, let me just, hang on.
And I've got to say, in all honesty,
it's this. You want to know my review of Mistfall?
it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. And I've got to say, in all honesty,
yeah, that's pretty accurate. Would not recommend at all. I don't know why it was labeled as a Souls-like. Also, it's not a Souls-like at all.
フリーで戦おう。
分かった。こっちは任せてくれ。
当てるけど。
Holy shit. So the dodge with rapier is actually pretty good. No more tusks for you. This is actually normal at the moment. I don't remember having these super dashes before. Maybe you gotta, maybe because I had a shield on, I didn't have the super dash. I don't usually go for speedy weapons, but honestly, the rapier is... I'm getting a lot more of a positive impression of the rapier right now than I did when I played this in the preview. It would be nice if there was an easier way to just, like, just test weapons, you know? Like, if we're gonna force me to go back to camp every time to change, at minimum, I feel like there has to be a training arena where you can go and try out different weapons and figure out what you're enjoying.
やっぱりあんたとは相性がいいな。そこでだ。もうちょっと付き合ってくれないか。ん？
情報ならここに落ちてる。よっ。
Biddies.
噂のモンスターの習性と対策用のスキル合わせて2万コルでどうだ
？2万？情報を売るのかよ。
ふん、高くはないぜ。失敗を繰り返して損失重ねるくらいなら2万なんて激安だ。ただ実はオイラもそのクエには興味があるんだ。条件次第じゃ。
Oh, Silent Hill's not for me, man. The pacing on those games is too slow.
お前らハイエルフの遺跡をクリアしたんだよな。
そうだ。よく知ってるな。
情報通だからね。ならやっぱりお前らだ。オイラをパーティーに入れてくれるなら無料でいい。ドロップアイテムもやるよ。
無料？2万コルが？怪しくないか。
She's joining the party, bro.
でも情報は欲しいし。
Bring her to the party, come on. A lot of yapping happening right now. I want to put the shield back on and see if I still have... You can use the sword without a shield, but there's really no reason to. Nope, no dual build. Are notifications working at all? I feel like I haven't seen notifications popping up on the stream.
準備は万全か？
おう、いつでも行ける
Alert
ぞ。
box. Let me test real fast.
クエの情報は歩きながら話すよ。じゃ、行こうか。
Let me try logging in and do a test. Alert box. Boom, boom, test. That's weird. Did it... Is the sound of it off? Let me see. Test, Twitch. Yeah, it's really strange. I'm not seeing any notifications pop up when people, like, become members and shit. It's fucking weird. I just updated the URL, too. Refresh the cache. Copy. Alert box. Saved. Yeah, everything's on. It's weird. I don't know. It's really odd, though. Game hints. We don't need no game hints. Okay, so if you have the shield on, you roll instead.
姿を捉えるのも難しいかもな。なんせ油断してるとスティ適当なことは言えないな。忘れてくれ。噂のモンスターはもっと奥
You
に
feel this is worth a $70 price point from what you've experienced? No.
なあ、アルゴ。
No, honestly, this is... this should probably be priced in at like 50. 50 for the deluxe would be fair. Like, unless there is a ton of extra stuff that gets unlocked. And by that, I mean, like, as we progress through the game, it turns out, like, oh, hey, we actually got dual wield is in the game. And there's all sorts of unique skills, and I can imbue my shit with elements. Like, there would have to be a lot of shit that's hidden behind the scenes to justify this at 70, I feel. Okay, so when you don't have a shield, you get the fast dash. I'll pull out the dagger. Definitely a game for fans of the anime. If you're just like an RPG fan, I don't think there's nothing here that's gonna like blow you away. Like I said, it's not that it's a bad game, but there's just a lot of things that really could make this better. Like I mentioned the daggers, but like the daggers honestly is one of the weirdest fucking things to me. Like I look so fucking goofy. What is your class? Dagger. Oh, you like dual daggers like a rogue. Nah, just one. Just one. Just one. I'm going out in the field fighting with a single dagger. It's fucking weird. Yeah, you get fast dash with just sword. We just tested that. That's what I'm saying, man. Single dagger feels, it just feels weird. I feel like it's, you know. I think it's also the only weapon strong enough to not kill in a running heavy. Kill that one. It was a dodge counter. I was going around collecting all the chests. I'm gonna pull out the hammer next. I'm just going through and showing off all the weapons since we're streaming. Also notice the banter, like the shit they're saying when you're just running around in the world. You don't get subtitles for that. I'd like to do a playthrough of DD2 before Dark Arisen, because they mentioned there's going to be new world dungeons you can find. This game is run through the woods and kill everything you come across. I mean, that's how I'm doing it, but... Though I am probably, it's going to be a new game plus playthrough. When it does happen. Ah, it's not going to let me go that way. The fuck is that? Look at that. There's like an invisible wall and it vacuums me up to here. Odd.
Oh, 宝箱があるぞ。
Yeah, I think we can drop dagger. I'll bust out the hammer. I was enjoying hammer a bit in the preview, so I'll pull that out next. But right now, rapier climbed up higher on the list. I do like sword and shield, but at the same time, I think just straight dodging is easier than parrying. Secret seal is quite a ways off. I'm telling y'all are thinking about it the wrong way. Listen, like I get it. The game is based on SOA and secret skills came later. None of that should matter. Okay, you gotta the gameplay and the experience of the player should be first and foremost. That should be the guiding mission here. I don't care if it took 70 floors for Kirito to get his skill. I don't care if it took 100 floors for his balls to drop. If we're playing the game, the number one thing, the most important thing should be, is it fun for the player? And if you're making decisions that are anti-fun because Kirito did it, that's a bad fucking reasoning, man. It is. I hold this as an objective truth. The player experience should be first and foremost in a game like this. Because otherwise, you're just simping for bad design. Like you are getting less gameplay than you deserve, and we're excusing bad practices because lore.
これで片付いたな。
That's dumb.
ちょっと待った。
どうした？
噂のモンスターが出るのは多分この辺だ。
そいつはどんなやつなんだ？
残念だけど目撃情報はない。
出現場所なのに目撃されてないってことか？よっぽど小さいのか、それとも遠距離から攻撃してくるとか？ポップしないし気配もないよな。本当にここに出るのか？そもそもその情報。
あ？いおり、今。
びっくりした。
はあ。
なあアルゴ、今俺は誰に何をされたんだ？
噂のモンスターにスティールを食らったかな。何か取られて
Well,
ない
the
か
reason the
確
demo
認
is
して
early
み
is
な。
because you get full progress carryover.
やられた。全財産持っていかれた。
うん。視覚に注意だな。お前は取られなかったな。運がいい。
俺の全財産はどうなる？
取ったやつを倒すしかない。まだそこらにいるはずだ。
Arms are looking quite big. They've been
行くぞ。
been putting a lot of love into them.
よっ。 ワスプ来てるぞ。
I don't know if I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to just pick.
分かった。間に合わなかった。
Personally, what I
こうい
think
うのが地味に生きる。
would make the most sense
一緒に行くぞ。
if you wanted to lean into the SAO angle. The fuck? I'm like stuck on something. I think unique skills should be tied to the player
終
experience.
わったな。
Let's say, let's just take daggers, for example. Let's say you're using daggers. I think after, you know, after 50, like, dash counters,
宝の近道
見
だ。
ろよ。
your dagger gets a bonus where it's like you deal more damage when you're behind a target. Why does it feel like the fucking volume just suddenly went up in this game, even though I lowered it? After parrying a certain amount of enemies, you get a unique skill related to parries. You know, if you're gonna do unique skills,
割り出しだな。
tying unique skills into gameplay objectives
勝った。
would have been a lore-friendly way to add it into the game. Like sword and shield by or sword by default goes with a shield. You could have made it, you know, after playing with a sword one-handed with no shield, after 100 kills, it then unlocks dual wield. You know, there's all sorts of shit they could have done.
ここでやらなきゃな。攻めるぞ。スイッチ頼む。
分かった。3で戦おう。
こっちは任せてね。一緒に行くぞ。少ししんどいかな。一気に行く。からでも待てたな。あんたのおかげだ。
I But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, for what it is, it's fine. But like I said, it could have been... There's a lot of missed potential here. Even if we were to make it more SAO lore friendly.
Oh, 問題ない相手だ。確実に行こう。
I understand not everyone got a unique skill, but you're missing the point that you are the player. You are the protagonist here. This isn't Kirito's story, it's your story. Do you want to go through life being a fucking Skyrim NPC? Or do you want to go through life being the Dragonborn? Like, I don't know why this is a fucking... this shouldn't even be a debatable topic. If I am playing a game, I am a protagonist in that game. I want cool shit as the protagonist. Otherwise, why am I playing the fucking game? In our new game, you are a regular jerk-off living in the town. You will follow around the main character and polish his dick in between casts. You don't actually get any cool, unique skills yourself, but instead, because the protagonist is known as Kirito the Cuck, you get to sit in a corner and watch him and his harem and live the exciting, cucktastic opportunity of being a side character in our new main game. Who the fuck would play that? Bro! You are the protagonist. Fucking treat yourself like the protagonist. Do you want to hear what Kirito has been up to? I don't give a fuck what Kirito has been up to. Give me cool shit. I'm sorry, man. There's nothing more annoying than fucking lore apologists. If Kirito spent a chapter sucking off kobolds to get out of a kobold camp, are you going to do that in the game? Oh, I really hope there's the chapter where I get to suck kobold dick because Kirito did it. Fuck no. Because that's dumb. Let players enjoy themselves. Did Kirito do something to Cowboy? Yeah, he did. He's ruined every fucking Sword Art Online game that's come out. Every Sword Art Online game has been mid because of the existence of Kirito. If Kirito didn't exist, I would have dual wield in this game. I would have more skills. But instead, some little fucking twink gets unique skills down the line in a timeline that's not even fucking relevant here. Because it's before that happens. Who's to say my character couldn't get those skills first? This is supposed to be an original story. So the whole Kirito argument shouldn't fucking matter. Like, but think about it this way. Our skills are being limited because at some point in the future, the story protagonist is going to get them. Bro, you're being cock-blocked. You're getting cock-blocked from having fun because the MC whose exploits you hear about has shit in reserve. That's not good. Let me fucking let me have fun. Thank you. Thank you. Someone in chat. SAO suffers from the Mary Sue. Only Kirito gets to be special forever, so every other spin-off and story gets downgraded because only Kirito gets to be special. That's exactly it. The whole premise of this game was supposed to be that it's an original story in Aincrad, in SAO, and that because of that, Kirito is just a side character in this story. And you're going to hear about the shit he's getting up to, and he'll probably end up joining our party at some part, but this is not Kirito's story. This is your story. Why the fuck would you want to be a side character in your own story? Don't make sense. I don't think our protagonist is going to get any hidden skill. Even though he should. Yeah, the one-handed hammer feels pretty good. Like, dude, imagine playing Monster Hunter, but instead of being the hunter, you just play as, like, fucking Alma. Like, your only job is to, like, do the fucking paperwork and send the cool character out on the quests. You would fucking hate it. But here we excuse it because Kirito? No. I can't agree to that. I will fight this fight. I'm liking that double. I'll need to go that way at some point. It'd be easier to just... No, I should just go and grab it now, and then I could go down. I mean, maybe some of this stuff is in the game. Crush attack. Flashbang. I should be able to replace that at some point. Swordfall was super mid. See, this is cool. I do like Fierce Shock. Severing. That I don't like. Slanted Edge. Deals 200. It only deals 150. See, but some of this doesn't make sense to me. Like, swing down diagonally, land a crush attack that deals 200, 100% of your sword damage. This says it deals 150, 100% of your sword damage. It doesn't make sense. They're both supposed to be 100% of sword damage. Why is that 150 and that's 200? That's only 130, but it's 600. Math ain't mathin'. $200 plus 100%? Hold on, did I read it wrong? No, well, if it was 200 plus, shouldn't the plus be on the other side of the parentheses? Should it say 200 plus parentheses 100%? Maybe it is, though. I feel like I'm just better without having the shield. Because that fast dash is good. Oh shit, I passed the fucking turn. I can't go that way, because I'll die. Oh wait, maybe I can get down here? Oh, let's see. Alright, we got down. Without breaking our ankles. And I'll definitely break my ankles here. I go a little bit further. Oh, true. I forgot about that bridge. Let me mark that. So I'll come back here after we grab these chests. When you don't have the shield, you have a fast dash. Which, from what I can tell, makes it easier to hit the perfect dodge counters. Whereas with the shield, you would go for parry counters instead. But the parry timing is extremely tight. Like, tight enough that it's, like, fuck. Like, genuinely surprising. Where are you planning on doing a playthrough? Right here. This is it. This is the playthrough. This is part 1 of the playthrough, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the whole game, but we did a channel poll and everyone said they wanted this to get streamed instead of episodes. So this is the playthrough. Demo progress continues. Demo progress continues to launch, so this is the start of the playthrough. Trust me, I wouldn't be going out of my way doing all this extra bullshit right now. I would just be like, if this was just a show off the game demo, I would have been beelining quests.
終わったな。
Honestly, that looks so goofy. I might as well put the skill combo back on. I do not know if there's romance. I would assume not.
あれなんだ。
モンスターの縄張りを示すマーキングだな。新しいさっきのが近くにいるのかもしれない。調べてみろ。
あ、見ろ、宝箱だぞ。
お、あそこ。ここにも宝箱っと。
It's all of our chests.
さお、いた。
なるほどな。痕跡を調べると現れる仕組みと。
I'm liking that knockdown into the double crash.
いいバトルだったな。
Beat down sword skill. Why am I getting a sword skill, dude? I'm using a fucking mace.
全財産が逃げた。
That's bullshit.
HP を一定値減らすと再度逃走か。
You're doing good. Have a sword skill.
噂
Like
通
what?
り厄介な敵だな。
They really just do that? No, it's here. Okay.
倒して取り返す。
So put this bitch here. Beat down. Dive forward and swing your weapon, landing a sword strike. Okay. For a second, I thought they gave me a sword skill. I was about to be mad as fuck.
この森なかなか複雑だな。
Which Prince of Persia game? I'm talking about
マッピングデータが役立ちそうだ。
the roguelike one I didn't enjoy. But
ずっとメモ取って
the Metroidvania one I thought was really
確か
good.
に情報は大事だけど、ウィンドウを開きっぱなしで。
おい、無駄話してていいのか？全財産がなくなるぞ。
まずい、早く追いつこう。
Right, I'm aware it's voiced by Jack Quaid. Yeah, Lost Crown. Lost Crown was good. I don't know. I might go back for the shield. Shield and axe is kind of fun. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, no, you're right. Sword skills is just what they're calling all the skills. I thought they were called sword arts. Because isn't that the whole thing, Sword Art Online? Were they called arts in the anime? Or were they called skills?
あった。あいつの痕跡だ。
また同じギミックだな。お次は
来た。
この感じだとこの後も。
今度こそ逃がさないぞ。
今だよ。
おうさ。
今だよ。
ここで。待てたな。あんたのおかげだ。くそ、集中力が。なんなんだよあいつ。卑怯だろ。
やっぱりな。HP 削ると何度も逃亡。要注意と。
Nah, same enemies, and hard and very hard. It's just they're harder to kill.
嬉しそうだな。
Honestly, I might just end up keeping it on normal.
情報を持ってるなら協力してくれ。
ああ、アドバイスはちゃんとしてるだろう。
あんたずっとメモってばっかだけど。
Because if it's just
そもそも何がも
bigger health pools,
どういうこと？
that's just gonna honestly irritate me.
ソロみたいだから仲間のためでもないだろ。
I don't fuck with bullet sponges.
知りたきゃ1000コル。
また金かよ。
さ、早くモンスターを探しな。逃げられたら大損だよ。
ただより高いものがないってやつか。
I return to town. Oh, death game mode is a fucking gimmick, bro. I'm sorry, the gameplay here, there is not enough going on in this gameplay for me to consider a permadeath. Like, if I died in this shit and had to go all the way back to fucking start fresh, re-grab these chests, fuck no. That sounds miserable. Like, that sounds so terrible to me. Steel hammer. Wild edge starts at 50. But it reduces max stamina. That sucks. Grants a down rate of normal attacks. Bonus damage based on strength to the final hit of normal attack combos. Damage dealt to downed enemies. So the sledge reduces normal attack speed. So you're a base 55? Now, do I go back to try out the double with two-hand or more? Weapon proficiency sort. No online features. Pump the strength.
Oh, 地上の人かい。今日はどうする？
I'm with you, Burrito. That's some unemployed behavior. Confirm. Big bonk sledgehammer, ultimate form. I wish the raw attack on these was higher, but I ain't going down 100 fucking attack. Reduce damage taken, better with a shield, HP recovery. Yes. Slash attacks. It makes them easier to activate. Normal attack speed. This. So the itemization is honestly the one thing that's going to keep me playing this. Because having like unique mods on gear and shit. Nah, I don't fuck with, like I said, Iron Man, games where you can die, like, sorry man, that's fucking, that's a young man's thing. I got. You ain't got time for that kind of bullshit once you have kids. Just don't. The only time permadeath is acceptable for me is if it's like a roguelike. Like if I die in Dead Cells, but that run ended after like an hour, I'm okay with that. Dying and losing your save in a fucking 40, 50, 100 hour RPG? Nope. No chance. That's why, yeah, that's part why I bounce off XCOM. I hate that shit. Like, oh, you died. That character, same with the Darkest Dungeon, you know? Oh, that character you put all your time into, yep, they're gone. Alright, miss me. Yo, something, this is what's weird. Alright, now I don't fucking get this. Stick with me here. So, we just upgraded this weapon is fucking cranked. Right? We I don't know if I could see information maybe. Yeah, here we go. This thing is 143 attack. That's like the same damage that we were doing before. Oh, my ankles. Bro, come on. Come on, Yuri. Gotcha. How much is this bro gonna fucking run away, dude? Lunge it forward for a piercing crush attack. Gotta take the upper path. I mean, I know I got a weapon in the preview that allowed me to poison enemies on hit. So I'd assume there's also gonna be something like burn enemies on hit. Okay, let me change my shit while I'm resting here. Like, honestly, this could be so much better if they... Like, I don't know if there's a feedback thing, but you just need a shit ton of people to be like, let me change my weapon at rest areas. Let me unlock hidden skills. More weapon types.
まあ隠したってとこだな。見ての通り、あれはボア系だな。どうする？
Yeah, thought it was just pretty dumb. Damn. Plunge. Nope. No plunge.
このモンスターの悲鳴かも。だとしたらまずいな。
See, like, that's why... Get rid of the fall damage. If I can knock a monster off the cliff, which is cool,
全部そいつに持ってかれる。
I need to be able to plunge his ass from up here.
強いやつがいそうだ。回復しておいた方がいいかもな。
Because instead, we're just running around to get to the monster. And that's tedious. This is like one of the reasons I like Souls games so much, though, is like, you know, you knock something down or something's below you, like, you just, like, you look at it and you're like, what happens if I drop and I hit it? And you fucking hit it and you plunge your weapon into that fucker's head. Like, it's intuitive and that feels good. Like, plunge attacks feel fucking good. They are pro player engagement.
そうだな。こっちに行こう。
In other words, right there, hit the enemy with an axe skill, knock it off the ledge. Every bone in my body says jump off the cliff with your hammer and hit this bitch in the head with it while he's down on the ground. We do that, and what happens? My character goes, ow, my ankles, and falls down. And I need to run around to get to it.
お、ボアがいるぞ。
ワスプがいるぞ。
Did we fucking kill you?
一緒に行くぞ。
I
った。
No, no cliff dive attacking.
あれ。なんだよ、あのでかいの。
きっとクエストボスだな。
盗んだやつがボスじゃなかったのか。
ま、この状況がそう言ってるな。食われちゃったな。さて、このままじゃイオリの金は戻ってこない。金どころか HP もなくなっちゃうぞ。
Looks like a cordyceps bear.
どうしゃいいんだろう。 ここで勝ってこそだもんな。行こう。攻め続けろ。
The other thing is, I mentioned it doesn't feel like weapon. Like, look at my blue gauge in the top right there. That's like my specials. But you'll notice it's regenning really slow because it's done. I don't think it's tied to damage. I think it goes based on just the amount of hits you do. Like if I was playing with the one-hander, I would have been able to fill that bar up like 2 or 3 times. Which also problematic. Because it dissuades you from using the two-handers because the attack speed and them being innately slower means your gauge fills up slower.
やった。全部戻ってきた。はあ、よかった。
ふんふん、結構いいアイテムだな。しかしお前らやるな。コンビネーション抜群じゃないか。厄介な敵ばかりだったし、攻略できたプレイヤーが少ないわけだ。お前らも凄腕ってことでメモっとくよ。
凄腕？あ、まあ、なんとかだけどな。あんたの情報役に立ったよ。ありがとな。
にゃはは、こっちもいい仕事ができたよ。そんじゃ帰るか。
Give me 1 second. Okay. Items were sent to your chest. Grail, do you feel first zone is too tough? Yeah.
二人のおかげで欠けてた情報が埋まった。おいらは大満足さ。てなわけで特別にお礼をやるよ。
くれるのか？空の亡者のあんたが？また俺らを使おうと何か企んでるんじゃないか？
人聞きが悪いな。情報の対価はちゃんと払うよ。だって正式サービスが始まったらにひひ。
やっぱり何か企んでるだろう。
にゃはは悪いことじゃないよ。
So I wonder if the beta is the full demo of Sword Art Online.
フレンド登録はもちろん無料でいい。お前らの腕を見込んで今後もお付き合いしたいと思ってな。
少しうさんくさいところはあるけど、情報や知識は役に立つよな。
取引成立だな。損はさせないよ。
ああ、よろしく。
じゃあ準備できたら正門に。
I don't know, dude. I get the most like intrusive thoughts.
攻略だよ。今取引したろ。
もうかよ。
I'll wait for them to be done talking.
情報は速さが大事なんだ。次のはさらに難易度が高くて、クリアしたやつはさらに少ない。一握りの強者のみが。
わかっ。
As they, you know how they like swipe down and then start hitting the menu, bro. Imagine you're like you're in SAO. Someone's like, "Oh, just add me as a friend real quick." You're like, "All right, I got you." Boom, and you like poke them in the eye by mistake, and they're like, "Oh, I fucked your eye." You're like, "Oh, dude, you were standing too close. The menu was right over your face. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to hit the menus." Because that scene, man, they were all poking. I'm like, man, a little bit closer, y'all would have straight started poking each other in the face. Let's go, Schmitty.
お、地上の人かい。今日はどうする？
My cardinal rank isn't high enough. Man, I need some like cool shit. 55 on the iron hatchet. What's the base damage I can craft? I can craft wild edge at 50. Reduces stamina maximum. Blech. Hold up. Um, 30 slash coal sword skill damage. Cardinal level is like it's like main quests. Stamina 30. Experience gain up 8%. I think I would like 12% gold more. Iron hatchet level 3. More sprint speed, support SP, extra attack. So I'm looking at 85 damage on that versus 143 but this attacks twice as fast. I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Because I can't... I don't think I can... Oh, no. Hang on. Let me see. Let me go to the tips menu. Tutorial, maybe? You can execute a perfect dodge by dodge stepping. Dodging without a shield equipped right before the enemy attack lands. Successfully performing a perfect dodge will recover stamina or parry just before an attack lands to parry and stagger. Blue ring appears during an enemy attack. Press X with the right timing to execute reversal slash. See, my problem is if I am going to I don't get those fucking counter ups with this thing, man. Like if I'm using the sledgehammer, I don't get perfect dodge or access to parry. If I'm using this, I do. And I can either choose to go perfect dodge or to go with the parry.
Oh, 地上の人かい。今日はどうする?
And see this, increase the damage of parry slashes and defense after I get one. Like that's good perks. That's perks. I'm missing out on perks by not having a shield. Let me go, we're already at 3 hours. Let me go check on the kids. If they're, because I might wrap up here and do more of this tomorrow. I want to see if my wife wants help or not. I'll be right back. I know it. All right. Yeah, we are going to wrap up. Son wants to play some games before he has to go to bed, so it's a good spot anyway, as we are... Who the fuck is this guy? He's like... Okay, never mind. He doesn't interact with us. We're about to start a new quest. So this is a... You can't log out right now. Well, when do I log out then, game? How do I, hold up. How the fuck do I quit out of this? There we go. Okay, I was like, no, like, I'll Alt F4 this bitch if I have to. Yeah, anyway, we will play more of this tomorrow, continue on with the demo, keep making some progress. For now, y'all have a great night, and I will